Hello, I am Michelle Dennard, President and CEO of CareerSource Florida. It is a pleasure to be talking with you today. And Nathan, if you'll give me my first slide. So for those of you who don't know, CareerSource Florida is our state's workforce policy and investment board. This business-led board is appointed by the governor and represents a cross-section of stakeholders who have a role in Florida's talent system. The vision for CareerSource Florida is that Florida will be the global leader for talent. And that word global is so important here as Florida plays a role not just in our region, but across the globe. And our mission is to connect employers with qualified skilled talent and Floridians with employment and career development opportunity to achieve economic prosperity. And what's so great about our mission are the bookends of it. It starts with the focus on employers and ends with the focus on economic prosperity for the Floridians we serve. And we know that we have to focus on both to achieve economic prosperity. But today, the world around us is rapidly changing, and we know that it takes collaboration across sectors and systems to work towards that mission. Next slide, please. And for CareerSource Florida, we remain focused on our goal, or why Florida's workforce system exists. This goal comes from the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and our focus is broad and it's big in this goal. But even during an unanticipated global pandemic and as we approach recovery, it's still relevant and in fact even more important than before. This goal encourages us to contemplate success and meaningful career opportunities for all Floridians. And that's been the guidance of both our governor and the CareerSource Florida Board of Directors to focus on strategies and areas of emphasis that can increase prosperity of workers and employers and focus on productivity and competitiveness. Next slide, please. We work to develop the strategies and policies and investments that facilitate Florida's workforce system with the 24 local workforce development boards across the state. They are in each of your communities, and I know many of you are already working closely with your local workforce board and enjoying a fantastic relationship. So here's a video sharing a little bit more about the CareerSource Florida network.
With 100 expertly staffed career centers across the state, the CareerSource Florida network is your destination for career assistance. This includes career training across industries. Your local CareerSource Florida office partners with businesses to offer you internships, apprenticeships, and other on-the-job training and educational opportunities. Plus, financial assistance for continuing your education if you qualify. Whether you're new to the job market or looking to advance your skills, we can help. Visit your local career center today and take the next step to a great career.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Dan McGrew. I am the Vice President of Strategic Policy and Performance for CareerSource Florida. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about our network and how we can help you and your students achieve their goals. Next slide, please, Nathan. So as you just learned, our CareerSource network is expansive throughout Florida, and we're serving many of the same individuals in the communities where we're located. And individuals come to CareerSource for one primary reason. They're looking for a job. And we pride ourselves on serving anyone who requires assistance throughout Florida, from individuals lacking basic skills looking for their first job to degreed professionals looking for career advancement or career changes. And in many cases, the job seekers we serve have one or more barriers to employment, and we specialize in connecting those individuals to a variety of services in order to best meet their needs. Where we excel is in helping individuals find employment. In our over 100 career centers statewide, our staff are ready to help and provide myriad free services to career seekers, including resume development, job search assistance, interview preparation, career exploration. We even provide access to our employer network through direct matching services like recruitment events and job fairs. And for job seekers that may lack the skills for a desired career, CareerSource offers pathways to training programs throughout the state. Next slide, please. Equally important to the services that we provide career seekers are the services we provide to employers in our community. In each of our local areas, we have dedicated professionals who work with businesses to help them recruit, hire, train, and retain employees. We do that through a number of different ways. One, we can provide both local and state labor market data, so businesses and education partners like yourselves can understand what jobs are in demand and what wages they pay. We actively recruit and screen candidates for job openings at all levels. And we even partner with businesses to provide work-based learning opportunities where the employer can train new employees on the job, giving job seekers valuable and paid training experiences. When we assist businesses with recruitment, we utilize our Employ Florida web-based employment center, which is a full-service employment center where businesses can search for candidates and job seekers can search for openings. Creating a profile at Employ Florida is free, and I encourage all job seekers to visit www.employflorida.com to create an account to ensure that when we're recruiting, we can find you. Next slide, please, Nathan. In the last year, over 143,000 Floridians that we assisted remained employed 6 months after being served, with cumulative wages totaling $3.8 billion. Over 83% of those job seekers we served remained employed 12 months after working with us, and the average wage of those employed was around $26,368. Next slide, please. So how do we do all of this? And very similar to adult education, our primary source of funding is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or WIOA. Our Title I programs include our adult dislocated worker and youth programs. And these programs aim to serve job seekers with significant challenges to finding employment. Those who may be low income or basic skills deficient, recipients of public assistance, justice involved, homeless, etc. Our youth program specifically is focused on at-risk youth ages 16 to 24. And just an overview of the population we serve, you can see in front of you, almost 30,000 customers served in the year 2019-2020, almost 60% women, 40% men. Education levels, you can see, very skewed toward high school grads or GEDs or those below that. When I think about barriers to employment, the top barriers of individuals we served were low income, English language learners, single parents, and ex-offenders. And through our WIOA Title I programs, we provide intensive employment planning services, including providing subsidized training for GED or adult basic skills, post-secondary and vocational training, and training for industry recognized certifications, along with paid work-based learning programs. Next slide, please. Additionally, under WIOA, our Title III programs, or Wagner-Pizer Act programs, provide standard career services to the general public, resume assistance, job matching, labor exchange services, career exploration, and referrals to partner programs. And we provide these services to all job seekers. We provide these through all of our 100 career centers, but oftentimes we partner with local organizations and education institutions to provide these types of services on site. Which is an important area of partnership for our system. And as you can see, a high volume of job seekers are served through the Wagner-Pizer program, close to 200,000 customers served in the year 2019-20. And again, from an education standpoint, while you do see a lot in the lower education range of high school grad or GED, you also see some higher numbers included in our educated job seeker group as well. So we're helping everyone. Through both of these WIOA Title I and Title III programs, we really aim to build a skilled talent pipeline to meet the needs of the businesses in our community. And the success of our network really lies in the strength of the partnerships that we build with education and training providers, businesses, human service agencies, and economic development stakeholders throughout the state. Next up, we're going to focus on one of our local workforce boards and the great work that they are doing down in the Research Coast, which is Indian River, Martin, and St. Lucie counties. So before introducing our next guest, which is Brian Brower, President and CEO of CareerSource Research Coast, I want to show a quick video to highlight some of the great work going on down there.
My name is Michael Lother, and I'm a welder here. Welding is everywhere, whether you're at a fabrication shop like here or you're in structural welding. It's a never-ending supply of work. Ever since I was little, I like to build stuff. It doesn't really matter what it is. I wasn't a big fan of building stuff made out of wood. I always for some reason, I was more drawn to metal. I started playing football, and then I got a concussion, so I dropped football. I started focusing more on my engineering academy, so during that time I picked up welding, And I started doing that, and I never really stopped. I want to start side work to start with, and then eventually go ahead and start my own company. Focus more around the TIG and finer materials. I want to have a shop not focused mainly about production, but more about the product itself and how to perfect it perfectly. Most people say that college is the only way. In fact, when I was in high school, college was the only way. They didn't say anything about trade schools or any specific trade in general to be successful. You can make your own path.
Good afternoon, and thank you, everybody, for the opportunity to speak to you today. And thank you to the CareerSource Florida team for the invitation to today's event and presentation. My name is Brian Bauer, and I'm President and CEO for CareerSource Research Coast. As Dan mentioned, our local workforce development board covers Indian River, Martin, and St. Lucie County. And where we would like to go today with what we're doing here locally is kind of what Mike in the video said. We really here locally have addressed the vocational skills such as apprenticeship opportunities, on-the-job training, and internships, which are all part of work-based learning. And these opportunities are serving to increase and diversify adult education and career pathways that are relevant to technical education. We have two wonderful institutions here that provide adult education services, one being Indian River State College, and the other one through the Indian River County School District, which is Treasure Coast Technical College. And what's really crucial and critical to these partnerships is the fact that they are in our comprehensive one-stop center. So they are a mandatory partner under WIOA. They are there for us when we have individuals come in that might need their services, or we can have those conversations with individuals to talk about the career pathways and what might be available to them and what might be of interest to them. So Nathan, next slide, please. Through a strategic objective set forth by CareerSource Florida, the state board, several years ago, we went ahead and created a local workforce readiness task force. And our adult education partners, our educational partners, our economic development partners, our private businesses, as well as other partners are all part of this readiness task force. And we meet monthly, and we have those conversations to talk about what is important to us, what are our employer needs, what is the direction of our industry sectors of focus that are in our local strategic plan. So we're having these conversations here locally to help address the needs, both in education and employment sides, for our employers and for our job seekers. And as you can see in the next slide, it has some strategic objectives. We have our partnerships here, as you can see, of being the Treasure Coast Technical College and Indian River State College as it relates to the adult education. What I would like to point out with the adult education component is you all allow us the flexibility to have that short-term industry-driven training that ties into our work-based learning opportunities, whether that be the apprenticeship or internships or on-the-job trainings. I use an example at our Treasure Coast Technical College. You saw the welding program. They actually have their own welding program, and it's a short term. That's critical and crucial for us to develop that skilled and qualified talent pipeline, and allows that individual to get that credential or certification that can get them into the workforce that they can then build upon in their career pathways. Another opportunity is with the Treasure Coast Technical College. They have a wonderful LPN program that serves as a feeder program into our Cleveland Clinic Indian River Medical Center, to which I think in the past year, we've spent an estimated $200,000 in that program for training of individuals that were going into the healthcare sector. And then that also leads into on-the-job training components as they build their career pathways within the healthcare system at Cleveland Clinic. So as you can see, the opportunities are industry-driven. They're focused here locally in our 3-county area. They might not all be the same in the state, but for our area, and that's the beauty of why the system works so well and it's so flexible and so fluent. We have the ability to adjust wings in flight, so to speak, is how I'll use the phrase here locally for what our employers and our industry sectors need. So with that, I thank you for your time and appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us today to learn a little bit more about the CareerSource Florida network. We are always wanting to partner more closely with those who have a stake in Florida's talent system. I think this opportunity gives us a unique chance to share more with you. Please let us know if there's ever anything we can do to better serve those Floridians that you are working with.
We will now highlight some key points to consider that can assist programs as we all work to advance our career and workforce efforts. Proceed with purpose. Utilizing and collaborating with your workforce board is an essential component in ensuring Florida students receive a world-class education. Our efforts are driven at preparing a thriving workforce and viable career opportunities. Break down silos and collaborate with one another as we are stronger and more effective working together. Be aware and informed. Know that your local organization like CareerSource Florida is available for you to connect with and leverage as we prepare our students not only for the jobs of today, but the jobs of the future. Being aware and understanding the services available and what the goals are behind our supporting organizations will contribute to the advancement of our career and workforce efforts. Take action. We at IPDA think that awareness must be followed with action. Thus, it is essential to access and utilize the workforce services provided by CareerSource Florida in order for us to ultimately assist in providing economic prosperity for the Floridians we serve. We encourage you to connect with your respective workforce boards, to take action now, and to pursue ways to scale your efforts. Collaborate with state partners as we all work to contribute to the economic viability and invest in the future workforce for our state. Working together, we can get there.